Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and in this video we will be modding the Kramer Short-Barrel. The Kramer family of guns is usually depicted as a group of weapons that hit hard and are sometimes kinda hard to control, like lots of recoil, lots of damage, very hefty stuff. So this is a pistol shotgun. It is a very peculiar gun, bringing to the table something that only the responder comes close to, but the responder is very rapid fire, whilst this is very slow and deliberate. It can be interesting, so let's get to modding it. So the Kramer Short-Barrel riot gun, it's a single shot shotgun pistol, pretty steep damage fall off, as you can see here. After a certain distance it doesn't do anything. Very low accuracy, very low stability, damage of 158, reload time of 0.40, that is per shell, mind you. Holding up to 4 shells, ammo reserves of 60, stumble chance of 50, very strong on that department, fire rate of 3, and weak point damage of 150. The perk state: at 1 we get fire rate, at 2 we get fire rate, at 3 we get an extra projectile, and at 4 plus 0.56 fire rate on hit. This effect stacks per projectile that hits and stacks up to 10 times. This effect resets on reload. I don't know what they were thinking here. It is required to land 10 pellets. Let's take a look at the pellet spread of this thingy. So as you can see, we get 8 pellets. Now we got 9 pellets. Now we got 9 pellets again. So it's either 8 or 9 pellets when the gun is fully upgraded and you get that extra one. You need to at least land 2 full blasts on someone to trigger the 100% effect of this. That is a 5.6% more fire rate for your next 2 shells until you reload, which will of course be the next couple of shells. Let's see what we can do to work with these things in tandem. So let's say that we have the need for accuracy and effective range is great on this thing. Boosted flash hider gives you effective range and weak point damage for 5 seconds on kill. High velocity rate is fire rate, handling, and stumble chance. Muzzle brake is stability and range on hit, stacking up to 5 times. Vent brake is weak point damage and handling. Precision brake is weak point damage and effective range, and ported compensation is fire rate and stability. Look guys, the fire rate is 3. I always like unloading these things in close quarters, but this gun is severely lacking in the range department. So I would rather give it effective range and help it maintain some usability over slightly longer ranges. If I put this on, as you can see, the damage fall off becomes not as steep. We also get that weak point damage. Optimizing these things, weak point damage, can be a lifesaver in close quarter scenarios, but the way it functions and because of its very small mag, we really cannot trigger a lot of secondaries here. We could go for something like fire rate, like this, and more stumble chance since it starts very strong. It will also give it more handling, which is very important for this kind of gun because we need to be able to pull it out in a pinch. If you're gonna go only for CC at close quarters with this, I would suggest precision brake, but we're dealing with pretty weak starting weak point damage count, so we should try high velocity as well. And it also gives us a tad more fire rate. As I said, it will help unload faster and maybe save you if you're cornered. Now the mags. This is interesting. Take overload rounds out of the equation please, because they are useless. Alloy chamber, fire rate, magazine capacity and stability. The magazine capacity supposedly goes to 5. As you can see here, we're reading a 4. I'm reloading it, and it's still a 4. This happens with some other weapons as well, like the tactical shotgun. It's numbers rounding, and it's another mess that we have to deal with. These things simply do not work, so we have to take this out. Here we have handling, accuracy and range for 5 seconds on kill does not stack. Considering that we will need 4 times 4 to reload this gun, if you can be very effective and precise with your shots, this can be very good for improving your chances of hitting longer ranges with a better cone. Now, field reserves, reload speed and max ammo. This can be good. It will help you reload faster. It drops the reload per shell to 0.31. Very quick, very efficient. As we said, no overload round. Like, if you do the numbers here, guys, if you check the numbers, it really doesn't work. It's not that I'm a bad person or anything. Priming mag, reload speed, and fire rate for 6 seconds on reload. That's very interesting, and we'll have to take a look at this. Let's empty this, reload it. It cannot easily be sewn, but it helps you unload the mag quite fast, and that's pretty much what you want to be doing with this thing, like unload as fast as possible when enemies are really close. And here we have the weight chamber, accuracy, stability, which we don't need, and a negative to handling, which is a no-no from me. You can use this appended mag for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, the gun comes out real quick, as you can see here. Second, that 30% accuracy and range for 5 seconds is a very good buff because it also makes the gun more precise, shrinking your reticule so your shells don't go all over the place, your pellets don't go all over the place. If we could increase the magazine capacity of this one, I would go for it to make use of the 4th weapon perk, but really we can't due to the numbers rounding, so we're pretty screwed in that department. And here, of course, we don't want anything too heavy, like microdot is for DMRs. Here we have hybrid for accuracy, weak point damage, but weak point damage is weak already. Here we have accuracy and handling with the hollow sight plus stumble chance, and we already talked about stumble chance on this beastie. Reflex sight's effective range, ADS, and handling, that can also work. Reflex is effective range and handling, also good. And micro red is weak point damage, handling, and zoom magnification plus aim assist. I wouldn't really suggest that. For me, the easy solution here is to go hollow sight for lightning fast handling and more stumble, so at least you will be able to stumble them if you don't kill them outright. But the reflex laser sight can be good as well. It gives us back to effective range and handling as well. And if we wanna use precision break here, like I said in the beginning, we can make it slightly more effective over longer ranges. My initial thought on this is as follows: it will never be able to map longer distances no matter what you do. So you better work with the strengths of the gun and make it an effective fallback to weapon when things get hairy. My final verdict for this is high velocity break, appended mag, and hollow sight. A tricky proposition for a weapon to use when the rapid responder is available, but it's a matter of personal preference as well. I hope you like this. Check out the Discord in the description below. I'm trying to gather Marines there so we can play the game together and enjoy it more. I'm making at least 2 modding guides per day until all guns are done. I will cover everything, in addition to the rest of the gameplay that I upload. So sub, like, and share for more, and until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!